Oh my gosh, I'm so excited we're having breakfast.
Well, it is Saturday morning, so it's a breakfast kind of day.
Hey, what's up, family? I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are Two Crazy Ketos.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics, and every Monday we go live on Keto on the Couch. We just kind of talk about what's going on in our lives for the week.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way every single time it's Saturday morning, you'll be alerted to it. This coffee tastes particularly good this morning.
So it is Saturday morning. I think it's July 23rd, if I remember right.
You are correct.
I am right. Oh, good. So, yes, so coffee is the Clout coffee, and then there was 1 scoop of chocolate, Perfect Keto MCT oil powder split between the two of us. 1 tablespoon of butter split between the two of us. We're having some breakfast. 3 eggs apiece. And then I took...
Look at this sausage.
Here you go. I took one of those jalapeno cheddar sausages we get from Sam's Club.
They're really good.
Cooked it in the air fryer, or heated it up in the air fryer. Crisped it up, and then mixed it in with the eggs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And then the eggs, a whole bunch of Redmond real salt. Scrambled up, cooked on the Blackstone. And then we're having a little bit of yogurt. This was, I'm going to tell you, it's about a half a serving to maybe 3/4 of a serving a piece. It was whatever was left that's like not eaten up. Because we need to make a new batch.
Baglings.
So it was that probably a full serving split between the two of us. A little bit over maybe. And then I had 2 tablespoons of raspberry cheesecake Perfect Keto, mixed in with 2 tablespoons of almond milk to thin it out because the Perfect Keto makes it really thick. And then we each have a half a serving of the Ratio granola on top.
Really good. I gotta say, if you're somebody that needed to put a lot of toppings on eggs, like maybe a lot of ketchup, a lot of, sauces, that kind of stuff in order to eat the egg, just using a flavored, like a spicy sausage, this thing with, jalapenos or a cheesy sausage and dicing it up in there, it's like everything's got the flavor of that. All of the eggs have the flavor of the sausage on it.
I tried to do some halloumi cheese. That I got at...
The frying cheese?
Yeah, the frying cheese. Some halloumi cheese that I had bought at Aldi. I don't think it was really halloumi cheese because it melted. And it was the second time. I tried it once in the air fryer and it just become a complete melted thing. So today I put it on the Blackstone and it just melted out. So I'm like... That's not really halloumi cheese.
No, because it should
either that or something is completely wrong with that batch.
Yeah, because it should fry up.
So ended up throwing that out. Today I am working on videos. Yesterday was a brutal day.
Yeah, you had a lot of landscaping and a lot of heat.
It was super hot. We got to the church to cut, and we had it scheduled to do the hedges next week. And they asked us, "Can you cut the hedges today?" So we went ahead and did that, and it made the day go till about 4:30, 5 o'clock in South Florida heat. I got home, and my glucose was 66.
Yeah.
Which was, like, super light. As a matter of fact, my Keto Mojo was flashing, like eat.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then, but my ketones were still low, which, again, people say, and we say it in our experiment video, but... People say, oh, don't you get concerned when your ketones are 0.2 or 0.3? Well, no, not really, especially if I look at what I was doing. I had not eaten all day. The only thing I had until 5:30 at night when we went out to eat, the only thing that I had was a tablespoon of butter, or actually a half a tablespoon of butter in my coffee. That is all I had since the night before. Your body's got to do something. And so I'm out there active, hedge trimming, cutting grass, weed eating, all that stuff. It used up whatever ketones I had in my blood. It doesn't mean I don't have any.
Well, you're not getting all these ketones to do nothing with it.
Right. So what's your plans for the day?
Well, today I'm going to be going to the Morikami Museum. I want to get some writing done, and I think that that is the perfect office because it's like beautiful and relaxing. It's a Japanese botanical gardens that we visited last weekend on a double date with Tasha and Caleb, and we had like such a big time. We actually decided to upgrade our tickets to like
Annual
members.
passes, memberships.
And it's only about 20 minutes away from my house. And it's just super relaxing.
I wish I could fly a drone over it, but they specifically say no drones.
You can't have drones, but it's just so beautiful. Trickling water, beautiful plants, bonsai trees, Zen gardens, and
get some pictures and we'll do a montage
because it's so pretty there.
So I did want to mention, I got an email from Chris Baer that the price of keto chow is going up. He's not happy about the price of keto chow going up. But he said that it comes down to sunflower lecithin, that comes from the Ukraine, and then also on top of that, they've got the big shortage on acacia gum, so he's like, they have to increase the price. So the price, I think, is going up on August 1st. I'm pretty sure this vlog will be out before August 1st. So, yeah, it's going up significantly, though. It's going at $90 for the big bag and $5.50 for the individual packets. But you can still use our coupon code.
Yeah.
But just letting you guys know, I would consider like stocking up.
Yeah, if you have a favorite flavor.
Like use our code down below. If you use that, it's not a code, it's a link. If you use the link, you'll get 10% off your entire purchase because they're also raising the price on the subscription boxes. So you get 10% off the entire purchase, and then you can lock in, at least for a couple of bags anyway, that lower price. It's like what I did with gas, right? I went and bought 100 gallons of gas and stored it in the backyard because I knew everything was going up.
Well, and nobody likes prices to go up, but here's the thing. I would rather
them raise my landscaping prices.
I would rather them go up than under.
Yeah.
I need them not to go under. I love me my keto chow. So I need that business to be healthy and strong so that we can continue enjoying keto chow.
So while Rachel is gone, I ran up here to BJ's because we need some lump charcoal because I want to make a roast on the Kamado Joe. So I'm going to walk around and see if they have anything. I also want to see if they have any jalapeno peppers to make some stuffed jalapenos tonight. Well, that's a score. The lump charcoal is on sale, $3 off a bag. So we're gonna get a couple of bags of this. Let me show you what else we're gonna get. We're gonna get some extra cream cheese because they have it. Some Meow Mix for the cats. Some Swiss cheese is cheaper to buy it this way. Bacon, Windex, a little bit of roasted turkey, some mozzarella cheese. Don't come at me for buying pre-shredded, it's easier. Paper towels, and we're gonna get some of this Australian lamb. It's a boneless leg. We're gonna try cooking that on the Kamado Joe rotisserie. Unfortunately, they don't have any jalapeno peppers. Probably a good thing, this way I won't eat like 50 of them. Wow, stuff has gotten expensive. I mean, $30 for a thing of paper towels, that's insane. I don't normally buy paper towels, but we do need some because they don't really do the 50% off after Christmas and Halloween like they used to, so we're stuck buying them. And I usually only buy them when they were on sale, and these happen to be on sale, plus there was a $3 off coupon, so I bought them. But I wanted to address something, and that is bacon. We get a lot of messages from people about bacon, and what kind of bacon do we buy, and what about the sugar or the nitrates and the nitrites. And honestly, I don't really worry about that kind of stuff. Dr. Berry actually has a great video about nitrites in your bacon. I will leave a link for that up here. But when it comes to bacon, we like to make our own, but recently I haven't been able to find any pork bellies in our Costco. They haven't had any, so we're stuck buying it. And when it comes to buying it, I buy whatever is on sale or is in the store that we happen to be in. I try to buy the big packages. The one I really like is the one in Walmart. It comes in like a 3-pound package. I don't know what the brand is. If I remember, I will put a picture of it here if I can find a picture of it. But today we bought this Wright Farms, Wright brand hickory thick smoked bacon. And it does have some sugar and some nitrates in it, but I don't worry about that. The sugar is part of the curing process. It gets cooked off. It's 0 carbohydrates. It's a minuscule amount. I would not worry about it at all. The bottom line is just eat your bacon. If you like bacon, don't freak out about it. And when it comes to bacon, I like this stuff better. I like the thick cut better than the thin cut. When I've bought the naturally cured, no nitrates, it shrinks up into nothing. I don't think the taste is as good, so I just buy whatever I can find.
So I'm here today at the Morikami Japanese Gardens here in Boca Raton, Florida. Such a beautiful backdrop. We came here last week on a double date with Caleb and Tasha, and I actually asked Joe if he would go ahead and purchase annual passes so that I could come here regularly. There's lots of beautiful paths, lots of waterfalls, water sounds going on here, and I thought that this would be a really nice inspirational place for me to be able to write and enjoy myself. We've got the beautiful background here of the water, but you also have the Morikami Museum itself behind me. So really excited to be here and see just kind of what this place inspires.
Japanese blossoms on tree limbs, tumbling down in the cold wind, falling to patches of snow, little graves will carry them home. You held the earth in your bare hands, carved out a hole, placed the roots in, swore these roots would grow deep and feed the fruit of our love. The marks on this house are too real. We hung the photos where paint peeled, covered the scars in the dark with the hope it'd send them away. I watch the world from our window, it's spinning faster than it knows. Funny how nothing has changed when it feels like nothing's the same. Step, breathe, release. Step, breathe, release. Step, breathe, release. Step, breathe, release.
Well, it is starting to sprinkle here, and I think this is the perfect time for me to end my tour for today. I feel like this visit to Morikami Japanese Gardens has really done what it needed to do for me today, a reward for adulting for the week. I love just sitting here in front of this late rock garden. Everything is so intentional. So the first thing with the hedge is it's designed to remind you to be humble, to kind of like get down as you walk into this space. All of the gardens are raked perfectly, and which is just a very peaceful exercise. It makes it feel very tranquil in here. And then the wall here is put here on purpose to remind you of the difference between being here in this quiet, peaceful place and what's going on the outside of the wall. There may be chaos going on the outside, on, you know, whatever's happening in your life, maybe feeling a little bit chaotic. So we need to have this precious time, you know, whatever me time looks like for you, to just be quiet, enjoy yourself, look at something beautiful. I'm going home feeling a lot more rested today.
Okay, we're gonna make a roast in our Kamado Joe. I have the Kamado Joe 3 Classic. We're gonna use the rotisserie to get a nice rotisserie roast, kind of like a roast beef. First thing we need to do is get the charcoal in there and get it up to temperature. So we do have a little bit of charcoal in here. One of the things I like about this is you don't waste anything. We're gonna leave that. I don't really worry about overfilling it. I just like to get a decent amount in there. because when we're done cooking, all you gotta do is turn everything off, and whatever charcoal we didn't use will simmer out, but you can use it on the next cook. Next thing we're gonna do is get the fire going, and I use the grill gun. This is not only a fast way to get the charcoal lit, but a fun way. All you gotta do is turn on the propane and get it going. And all we're gonna do is keep the fire on here in a couple different spots until we get some nice white coals going. Okay, little problem now. We're gonna have to change plans. My rotisserie is broken. I have the ring and I have the skewer and everything, but the motor, I accidentally left it outside. I thought I had it in a place where it was not gonna get wet, and evidently one of the rains hit it. It's filled with water, so now it doesn't work. So we're gonna have to cook this like traditional way in the barbecue. Just not gonna rotisserie it. So we're gonna go ahead and put in my stones and everything, allow everything to come up to temperature, and then we can go ahead and cook up the roast beef. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in this piece here. Then I'm gonna put in my heat deflectors because I want them to get up to temperature. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave them open so they absorb heat, but allow the dome to get nice and hot. Let this go for about an hour or so. We'll allow the Kamado Joe to get up to about 300 degrees, and then we'll stick the roast in there. Now to add a little bit of smoke flavor, I'm gonna put some smoking chips into the ashtray. We're gonna stick that in here, close that up to about a finger's width, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get this set for once we're ready to start our cooking. We're gonna put it about there, and to get the fire going nice, we're gonna open this up all the way, and then we'll come back out in a little while and check the temperature. And while that's coming up the temperature, we're gonna go ahead and prepare the roast. So I've got a nice bottom round here. It's got a little bit of marbling in it, nice little fat piece on the bottom. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of this Primal Kitchen buffalo sauce made with avocado oil, just a little bit. And we're gonna go ahead and rub it in. Purpose of this is to allow my salt to stick to all of the meat. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of the Redmond's organic garlic pepper on here. I like to pat it in, make sure it's stuck nice. And then I go back to the top one more time. So we're gonna let this finish coming to room temperature while the Kamado Joe heats up. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and check the temperature here. So this says we're at 360 degrees, but you gotta remember the flames are hitting it, so it's probably about 250. We're gonna go ahead and close up the lid. We're gonna put that setting to there, and then I'm gonna use my Thermal Pro. This is the Thermal Pen IR. So it's an instant read. Here's your probe right here, but it also has an infrared on there, so we can press this little button and check the temperature of the dome, and it says the dome's at 237 degrees. And we can go ahead also and check my heat deflectors and make sure that they are nice and warm. And so yeah, they're at 390 degrees, 400 degrees. I think I have charcoal on my head, probably from touching my head when I was sweating. Anyway, I'm gonna leave a link for this down below. Absolutely love Thermapen. They are a little bit more expensive, but they're super reliable, super accurate. They also give you a quick temperature, unlike some of the cheaper ones where you have to put the probe into the meat and let it keep climbing up. This one is like a half a second or so. So really, really good. We're gonna go ahead and close up the Kamado Joe and go get our meat. Okay, I actually screwed this up. We need to go ahead and fix this. So this actually needs to go down lower. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. First thing I need to do is put on my heat gloves. I will leave a link for these down below. You can actually grab those coals and you won't burn yourself. All I'm gonna do is lower this rack down one to right there. And now I'm gonna put my heat deflectors in. We're gonna put it like that. This way we don't burn our meat. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put my rocks in. Put one there. Put one there. And now we're gonna go ahead and get the roast. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is get my meter probe. We're gonna go ahead and put it on Wi-Fi so we can connect to the phone. We're gonna grab
the first probe, and I'm gonna put it right into the middle. You wanna go to at least this spot. Go ahead and open this up. We're gonna go ahead and put our roast in. Should take a couple of hours. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and check this real quick. So look at that, we nailed the temperature. 300 and about 15, 20 degrees. I just want to check this inside real quick. You really shouldn't open this up, but it looks really good. It's cooking very well. And we're gonna go ahead and check our smoking chips real quick. Let's go ahead and pull these out. Yeah, we can add a few more in there. So one of the reasons I really like putting them in here is because what happens is the hot coals fall on this and it creates just a little bit of smoke without getting that burnt flavor. So go ahead and put these back in here. Close that up, and again, about 1 finger width.
All right, I hate to ask, but I am hungry. Just wondering, when will the roast be done?
When it's done.
That is never the answer that I want.
How many times do I have to tell you? When you are barbecuing meat, cook to temperature, not time. Sometimes it'll take an hour. Sometimes it'll take 5 hours.
That's a great tip. You know what another great tip is?
What?
Happy wife, happy life.
So I went to BJ's to get some lump charcoal.
Okay.
And by the way, I fried my rotisserie. So I ordered a new one. It'll be here tomorrow.
We need that thing.
Well, yeah, because I picked up something to cook on the rotisserie in the Kamado Joe.
What? An Australian lamb.
Yeah.
We about to be Texas Day Brazil up in this piece.
That's what I figured, because, I mean, I know you only really like the lamb when it's like rotisserie charcoal. So
you got that right.
That's how we're going to cook it. We're going to cook it on that rotisserie.
And then eat this entire thing.
So according to the meter probe, the roast is going to be ready in about 20 minutes. And that's one of the things that I love about the meter probes. I will leave a link for them down below. You can get them on Amazon. But they're great when it comes to barbecuing, because not only does it tell you the internal temperature of the meat, but it also tells you what the ambient temperature is, so you know the temperature inside of the grill itself. And then it tells you about how long, based on those two temperatures, it's going to be until your meat is done. So what I'm going to do now is, for the last like 15 or 20 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and take out the heat diffuser plates, and that's going to allow me to get a little bit of a bark on the meat itself. Oh, look at that smoke coming out. Let's go ahead and check this thing. Oh, that looks beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and take out those diffuser plates. You do want to do this kind of quickly so that you don't lose a whole lot of temperature inside and you don't get a bunch of flare-ups. So now we'll wait for the internal temperature to get to about 127 degrees. Then we're going to go ahead and take it out, let it rest for about 20 minutes. That'll bring it up to about 130, 132 degrees. That'll be a perfect medium rare.
Oh, you are looking particularly handsome today, and
Okay.
I need to give you a hug.
What are you doing?
I flippin' love the smell of smoked meat, and I mean, you just smell like
guys, go ahead and barbecue.
Barbecue, your partner will appreciate it.
It's a good way to get into bed.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and check this thing. Oh, that thing looks so good. We're gonna go ahead and just check the internal temperature with a meat probe. So we'll go ahead and check it right there. Perfect. 135, 134. Perfect. Now what we're gonna do, just kind of loosely tent this. Now we're just going to go ahead and shut this down, and the way we do that is we close that all the way. Then we come down here and we close that all the way.
And what that does is it chokes off all of the flames. It chokes out the oxygen. They'll shut down, and any coals that are left we can use on the next cook.
Okay, let's go ahead and slice this puppy up.
I am beyond ready to eat. Ooh, that looks nice.
Pull out the meter probe.
Now, what temperature do you try to bring it up to?
I brought this up to, after I charred it, it's about 134 degrees.
Oh, look at that smoke ring. You have a big fan over here. Are you waiting for a piece? Tabitha is licking her lips.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Ah! What are you doing?
I need to taste it. I'm on quality control.
But you're eating the end. The end is my part.
I left you the end. This is the second piece in.
Dinner time.
What is all over my plate? Look at this. Ah!
Orthoptera mix.
Okay, what is this mix? It is Insect Day.
Well, that's why it's on there.
The Chop Challenge.
It is like grasshoppers and mole crickets and
Woo.
some other kind of cricket and
All right.
salt.
How come you have none?
Because it was your idea to put bugs onto the challenge.
All
so
right.
you get to eat them all.
Well, I think you should eat one.
Really?
Yes.
I don't want to eat one.
Let's have a grasshopper. To your health.
Wait a second. Why do you have sauce?
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Mmm.
They actually don't taste bad.
It's just crunchy.
It's really crunchy.
Mmm. Just don't look at it.
You got lots of them.
I see I have
I'll
lots
add
of
a
them.
few to mine.
Okay.
I'll have one more.
I probably need a little bit of, let me get this other kind of mole cricket. Definitely going to need a little extra salt on these guys.
Here, Redmond salt.
Thank you.
Okay, here's what we got. I got a wing stuck in my throat.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Bottom round roast. Little bit of our butter mayo. Link for that up here.
That stuff is so good.
Made it in the Vitamix. That adds a little bit of fat to this. And then look at this. In the back over there, I am making us some ghee.
Put a little cricket on top.
So here, a little bit of salty goodness. This is the milk proteins that are coming up off of the top of the butter.
Oh, wow.
So why waste them? Here, you want to try it?
Yeah.
It's like salty deliciousness.
Oh my gosh. Now that honestly tastes good. Even with the crunchy cricket.
Let's go ahead and try this.
It's good. That butter mayonnaise.
I got the end. The
It's so
end of a
delicious.
roast beef to me is the best.
Did you like the fact that I totally saved it for you?
Thank you very much. Oh, wow, that came out good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I mean, unfortunately, I didn't rotisserie it, but I think it came out really good, even
Very
though I didn't
tender.
rotisserie it.
Mm-hmm.
300 degrees. Took about an hour and 25 minutes. Perfectly cooked. Rachel probably would like it a little bit more rare, but it's a
No.
it's a medium.
It's actually
medium
really
rare.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Crunchiness of the bugs. Adding some texture.
Okay, we're gonna eat. We'll close this out after we're done eating. We're probably gonna have a little bit of keto chow ice cream. If we do, we'll show you that. Good morning.
Good morning.
We didn't close out the vlog last night.
We did not. I had a friend who called. She had some exciting life change, and I didn't want to cut the conversation short. I wanted the whole conversation, all of the details, because it's so exciting.
And then we had Tasha was over watching Jurassic
Yes.
Park with Caleb, and I cannot understand how she's never seen Jurassic Park in her life. I mean, it's like there's certain standards to be in this family. You have to watch all the Jurassic Parks.
Okay.
And the only thing worse than telling me that you haven't seen all the Jurassic Parks would be I've never seen any of the Star Wars movies.
Wow.
Especially episodes 4, 5, and 6.
These are very unreasonable, like, come on into the family, but there you go. Watch a couple movies. You're in.
Yeah, so we did not close out the vlog. We did have some keto chow ice cream. Rachel basically sat there eating it while she was on the phone.
Giggling.
It was a raspberry cheesecake keto chow with 3 tablespoons of butter, a quarter of a teaspoon of tarragon, and then we did some of the ratio granola as a mix-in.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
It was delicious.
So a couple things I want to address before we close out this vlog. You may notice these.
We've gone to Uber Nerd.
So
it's official.
Today is day 1 of week 2 of our experiment. That video will probably be out next week. And basically what our experiment is. So make sure you hit that like button and the bell button so you're notified when that video comes out, because this is a really interesting experiment. The experiment is trying to figure out how much do computers and lights, the LED lights in our house, our phones, how much does that affect our circadian rhythm and our sleep? And does that affect our morning glucose? So the rule for this week, and this is going to be a hard one, is that anytime we are in the house with a light on, we have to wear blue light glasses.
We do.
Right? We have to wear blue light glasses. And then once the sun goes down, and this will be a harder one, not until the sun comes up, no computer, no TV, no phone, no iPad, no electronics once the sun goes down.
Wow.
I feel like we're going to be in bed a lot. Ooh, we might be in bed a lot earlier.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to be in bed probably earlier. Hey, that'll be good for our marriage because we're going to play games and stuff because no screen.
Board games.
Right?
Please clarify. Board games.
But yeah.
Card games.
The thing is, a lot of people don't realize all of these LED lights, not good. We were watching a thing even last night, how the noise that we do not hear with our ears, they put out a noise, and that even affects our pets.
I was thinking when we were watching that, like, how much annoying back noise are our fur babies having to deal with?
Right.
I mean, just constant.
All that noise. So these are from a company called Vivarays. They're like really some of the top of the line. And we're going to try to have the inventor on our live stream next month in our new challenge about sleep.
Yes.
But what I like about these is that's blue light, and mine are prescription. Rachel's are not. But then they actually have these extra clip-on lenses. And you can buy them without the clip-on lenses, but you have this for during the day. And then once the sun goes down, you clip on this yellow one or orange one. And now, even not looking at TV,
it's still down.
What happens now is everything's kind of orange. I don't know if this is going to work. If it doesn't work, then I will clip it out. But you can see how everything's orange like that. But without them, it's yellow.
Right.
Then you would wear that as the sun goes down. That emulates like the sun decreasing. And then once the sun is down and we have to like maybe go to the bathroom, turn on the light, you put this red one on. And now that emulates kind of like the fire, the embers from the fire going out.
If you've ever been at a campsite, you've got this beautiful fire, and then by the time everybody's ready to go to bed, it's a huge indicator, even in our family. You go on a family camping trip, when the fire goes out and you're just left with those embers, it's time to put it all out and go to bed.
Yeah. So I was messing around on Amazon.
Oh, no.
And we were ordering stuff for the baby shower.
This shall take over our lives, I believe.
Oh, those are big cans.
That is a giant can. What is that?
So,
why does it say heat?
I bought a bunch of Celsius because it was cheap and Publix. And then they were having a deal on Amazon. I don't know if the deal is still there, but I will leave a link for down below. This is Celsius Heat Cherry Lime. The ingredients in this, listen, if you can do without an energy drink, I think the ingredients in this are better than Zip Fizz, personally.
Wow.
So carbonated water, citric acid, vegetable juice for color, sucralose, natural flavor, and then a whole bunch of vitamins. We got some taurine, some guarana, caffeine, ginger extract, green tea leaf extract. It's called their Meta Plus proprietary blend. 15 calories. These have 2 grams of carbohydrates. The other ones, regular Celsius, has 0 carbohydrates. That's because this has like green tea, vitamin B12. Doesn't have the amount of vitamin B that the Zip Fizz has. Thank you. But these were, if you signed up for a subscription, which with Amazon, sign up for the subscription and then cancel the next month.
Right.
But
get the deal.
You got 25% off if you did a subscription shoot. So you got a case of 12 for $16. That's just over $1 a can.
Wow.
When you consider Celsius is normally $2.50 a can.
Dang, that's really a good deal.
Like, yeah, 300 milligrams of caffeine, by the way. I like that. You probably won't. You're going to think it's too sweet.
Woo! That is very sweet. It's tasty, and I will say it does taste like cherry lime. You don't get a lot of like cherry stuff, but yeah, that is very sweet.
Which is funny because you don't think Zip Fizz is sweet.
No.
And I think it's way sweet. I have to cut it down with like 24 to 32 ounces of water.
I know. It's so weird.
Okay, real quick, I was going through our Mighty Networks, which if you are not a member of our Mighty Networks, why not?
It's so much fun in there.
It is so much fun. Go join our Mighty Networks. There is a link down below. It is completely free. You can support the channel, but you don't need to. 99% of what we do is completely free in there. The paid groups are just a way for people to support us, and we do some live streams, and they get videos early, that kind of stuff. But 99% of everything in there is free, and it is a great place for you to go and post recipes. Don't post copies of videos to things like that.
Yeah, no videos.
You can simply type out the recipe, but please don't link to other people's websites or anything like that. But you can put up your keto questions, your success stories. We love you guys sharing stories. It's really, really important on your keto journey. But anyway, somebody had a question in there. I thought this was a really good question. I wanted to address it.
Okay.
And their question was that they are, I guess, fairly new to keto. And
welcome.
What they're finding is there are times when they are ravenously hungry.
Okay, been there.
And then there are times where they're not very hungry. And they don't really like to eat when they're not hungry. And their question is, what should they do?
Oh, you're asking me.
I'm asking you.
Okay, eat when you're hungry.
Eat when you're hungry.
Yeah, and
right?
eat a lot. When you say ravenously.
If you are ravenously hungry, eat until you are comfortably full, or like Rachel likes to say, eat until you're fat, nasty, full.
Right.
But then, if you're not hungry the rest of the day, don't eat. Now, when you eat until you're fat, nasty, full, you need to eat the right foods. That doesn't mean go eat a whole bunch of keto snacks.
Yeah.
That means go grab 5 pounds of ground beef if you want, and just eat it until you're full. You may not eat all 5 pounds. 5 pounds of beef would be a lot for anybody except for Rachel. But eat a lot of meat. Start with your meat. If you're only going to eat like 1 meal a day or 2 meals a day, which I never am going to suggest OMAD unless you've been doing this a long time. Dr. Boz talks a lot about there is a time and a place for OMAD, and is generally not very early on in your keto journey, because there's issues that can come with OMAD, like not getting enough nutrition.
Right.
So, but what you want to do is just sit down, start with your meat. Nice fatty meat. Like ribeyes, 80-20 or 75-25 ground beef. Put butter on there, avocado oil, lard,
bacon,
ghee, bacon. You want to eat nice fatty meat. Start with that, and then maybe a little bit of vegetables, but don't start with the vegetables, because that's going to fill you up, and then you're not going to get the nutrition you need.
Right.
So when you're only eating 1 or 2 meals, you definitely need to start with that. Don't fill up on all the keto snacks and things like that. So that is the first thing, is do that. The other thing that I'm going to suggest is, if you are finding that you are ravenously hungry several times a day, what you need to do is try to push past it for 15 to 20 minutes.
And it usually does go away.
Because if you are just coming to keto, or if you have been on a schedule even on keto, for example, you eat every day at 8 o'clock and every day at 12 or 1 o'clock and then every day at 5 o'clock, our hormones begin to release and tell us at that time that we're hungry. So if, let's say, you normally eat at 12 o'clock.
Right.
And then today you decide, I'm going to eat my lunch at 11:30. I have a meeting coming up at 12 o'clock and I'm going to eat at 11:30. You eat a nice fatty meal. A lot of times what happens is, if you've been eating at that same time day after day after day, at 12 o'clock, your body's going to release hormones going, you're hungry.
Right.
Even though you just ate.
It's just used to that time. The other thing that I would suggest is, if you find yourself being like you say, ravenously full multiple times a day, I would keep a notebook handy and journal kind of like what is happening right before you find yourself wanting to raid the pantry or raid the refrigerator. Because sometimes I can feel like, oh, I'm ravenously full. after like a stressing event or a phone call or a frustration, or maybe you get done with a giant block of work.
Right.
And you're like, okay, I just want something different. I want to get up. I want permission to like move about the place.
Right.
Well, it may just be that you need to do something different, not necessarily eat every time.
Yeah, journaling and that kind of stuff is really important. As a matter of fact, with our coaching clients, we actually have a thing within the app that they can track stuff with how did you feel when you ate? What was your emotion moving into your meal? What is your emotion leaving the meal? Like, so those are things to look at. But again, if you push past it, just like 15 minutes, then go, am I still hungry?
Exactly.
Okay, but we got it. That's why we really, really believe in changing things up. Don't eat at the same time every single day. We used to make fun of Anthony because Anthony had this, this was before we knew about this kind of stuff. He had an internal clock. He would come to us every day. Noon. It's time to eat. And he didn't have a watch. And we'd be like, what? Now we understand. That was his hormones because he ate every day at 12 o'clock.
Same exact time.
And so you could set your watch by Anthony coming to you going, I'm hungry.
I remember when Anthony and Sarah started dating, and I kind of just like jokingly shared that like, you know, he eats at the same time, you know, every day. And she actually texted me, it was like 1 o'clock, and she was like, I tested the theory. I trust it now because like him eating at 1 o'clock versus eating at noon, very different human being I was dealing with.
Well, that is going to be the end of today's vlog, or yesterday's vlog that we're ending today. If you like seeing videos like this, take a look at some of the videos we have linked right over there. Also, make sure you take a look at our most recent videos that I'm going to put right over here.
But whether you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon, and that way every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it.
Till next time.
Bye.